The oceans in real life are quite mysterious. Despite hundreds of years of effort, we've only explored a measly 5% of them overall, making the little we do know all the more intriguing. I want to capture that sense of mystery in Minecraft, so let's truly see what lurks underneath. The deep oceans are quite dark. Being down so far leaves the area devoid of sunlight, so sight is quite troublesome. Although sight isn't the only problem, without taking oxygen into account, the deep ocean has an intense crust depth which no player can survive for long without replicating the look of a pancake. That means in order to properly explore, you'll need to quickly find a way of getting into a deep ocean without having to swim down yourself. That leaves two options, that being whirlpools or snow caves. Whirlpools are strong swirling currents that spawn above the deep ocean, get caught in their pull and they'll launch you hundreds of blocks down into the deep. But they will cause an intense amount of damage, so you'll need to take armor if you want to make such a dip viable. If you don't have armor, then snow caves are a good second choice. These caves will be found between surface and slate caves, containing a variety of uniquely coloured pebbles and see-through stones. These see-through stones typically only allow you to see other parts of the cave, but a few will show the deep ocean right next to the cave system. You can either go up to these stones and mine through, enter a deep ocean, or step on a rugged stone. A stone that, after stepped on, will break the wall next to it. However, breaking these stones will cause floodwater that will temporarily act similar to real water and flood the cave system, leaving little space for oxygen, so best to build a few air pockets while you still can. Before we get into content in the deep ocean, I'd like to mention a few atmospheric features of snow caves, them being puddles, streams, water reflections, and experience size which when mined will give you high levels of XP. Once you've entered the deep ocean, you'll first probably notice the light sources nearby. Don't go to them. They're using their light to lure you away from the air pockets. Instead, look for nearby air pockets and hop between them to avoid being in crust depth for too long. When hopping, you'll want to look for cloisters and oil. Cloisters contain fancy pills that can be exchanged with wandering traders for high emeralds. Oil will be found in stone quarries spewing the liquid. Either collect them through a water bottle or destroy them to gain the oil. The oil can be used to create harpoon shafts, used similar to grappling hooks that can be used to quickly harpoon yourself over to a location underwater. After all that exploring, you may finally find the prize of the update, the frigate. The frigate appears to be an old medieval warship left to decay over centuries. It is recommended that once you get near the frigate that you use the harpoon to quickly get in, lest you become the mini-boss's new food, that being the anglerfish. This fish was one of the first two light sources that appeared before far away, at the enormous size of 4 blocks in height. Once it sees you in front, the beast will spend a half second preparing to charge in at a whopping speed of 4 blocks in a straight line. It is recommended that one doesn't attempt to fight this beast and instead gets out of the orb's light range. Once out of the light range, the anglerfish will lose your location and will spend 15 seconds searching for you before giving up. Stealth will always be key. Now you're in the frigate, a ship expanded 100 blocks with a plethora of loot to discover in the abundance of rooms. However, being in the frigate doesn't mean you're safe. Once in, be wary of a rugged wood. Wood that, similar to a rugged stone, will cause a wall or floor to break and flood the room if unlucky. As you explore, you'll find different ancient depictions of items and locations which may make a nice home decoration, that being a cutlass, an island, a swamp, a jungle, a surface view of the deep ocean, the ship before and after being built, and finally the depiction of a grand battle, all paintings left from a long-gone era. Seems like there's some sort of story trying to be depicted in the art, but it'll be up to you to determine what that story is. Alongside that, you'll find pirate and drowned rovers, a feature similar to armor trims that will let you put on a more specific design onto your armor. After that, you may find pendulums in chests. For those who didn't see the first Minecraft Fictional Update, pendulums are upgrades that can be equipped to give additional abilities like more inventory or double jump, at a limit of 3 pendulums per player. Although the penguins you'll find on the frigate are more water-based, that being an alumina penguin that will light up the areas on the water, and a crust-depth penguin which will help you stay in the deep oceans longer without experiencing crust depth. While exploring the cabins, you may come across the entrance hall. It is recommended that if you haven't brought high-level gear that you don't enter the hall. This is because once you enter, a trap will go off behind you, flooding the entrance, forcing you to have to fight the deceased captain. This captain and his or her crew will attempt to kill you with their unique cutlasses, a sword that, while lessening damage, are quicker at slicing than typical swords, making staying away from these fiends with a seal necessary for survival. Once defeated, you'll gain a prime cutlass, a cutlass that is made of diamonds with a randomly generated enchantment. It should also be mentioned that throughout the frigate you will also find iron cutlasses, but let's be honest, tiny cutlasses are much more cool. Before you leave, it is recommended that you collect the cutlass blueprint from the cabin quarters. These blueprints are uniquely specific items that will be needed to craft the cutlass if you don't want to keep going into a deep ocean and just get your bones pierced. Now, once out of the frigate, stay clear of the poop deck. Crusted seaweeds are everywhere that, if touched, will tie you down and will take away valuable seconds trying to escape free. And wherever you do, don't become entangled near a jellyfish. As previously mentioned, there's another luminescent threat to your survival in the form of gelatinous flesh. This mob isn't particularly fast and is easy to avoid, but the fact that it appears in herds can lead to a possibility of encirclement. Not to mention, if stuck on a seaweed, then these snail-paced predators can easily catch up. If caught, you'll be electrocuted, leading to seconds of inactive movement, just enough time to drown in the murky blue, the place you wanted to explore ever so much. Well, now you don't just get to explore the deep, but you become a part of it too. And don't try to fight back, your metal just enhances their power. This update isn't just the deep ocean, so let's move on to a more surface view of the shallows. Of course, you can't just add an update to a shallow ocean without adding palm trees next to a shore too. These unique trees can be climbed on unlike any other tree in the area, with a coconut on their top. Hardy fruits that can only be opened via a sub of a hard sword. If you're hungry though, the base plants may be a worthwhile decoration for your base. And another footnote before we move on to the shallows is the new debris on the beach. Seaweeds, images in a bowl, and ouch! Crabs! Crabs just pissed me! Ah, they're moving left and right, so rude! Anyway, now on to the other part of the update. Shallows will now gain rocky shores and sub-biomes to make generation a little more variant. Alongside that, 2 new neutral mobs will be added to the small side of the blue, the eel and the manta ray. The eel, similar to a jellyfish, will shock you, but only if you set off their anxiety by getting too close. The manta ray is a little more aggressive as they will attack if attacked, alongside having the cravings to hit any boat on the water. Nice to have some hobbies after all. The final footnote to the shallows is the floating loot. Seaweeds, sticks and other junk will rarely appear, giving more variance to the waves near our lands. Always look close, you may find something you like. Now, before you go, there are 6 other micro updates that will be added to other parts of the world that you might be interested in. First, as seen in the frigate painting, leeches will now be in swamps. Ghastly little creatures that will attach to you and need to be spam crouched to get them off. Their damage does not appear on the health bar though, so they are a deadly stealth killer. Second, fishing nets will now be added to the game. Nets that crafted by string acts as a way of halving the movement of any mob. Doesn't just work on fish though. Third, the stonefish, a mob that will appear in water caves and will remain still and poison you if touched. Fourth, piranhas, a bitey fish that loves a little nibble. Fifth is the effects of turtle armor and shell armor having the resistance to crush deaths, with turtle armor being the better of the two. Sixth, snails will also be added as a way of gaining cells easier, but they will only give cell fragments, meaning you need to kill 9 of them to gain 1 cell. Then finally, last but not least, larger boats can be made with logs and leaves to make raft flooring. A nice upgrade to boats that, while slower, larger ships will be able to hold larger amounts of content, such as chests. But remember, manta rays do love sinking ships, so do keep that in mind. And that's it. What do you think? The update was made as a way of completing what the aquatic update started, by adding more fish variants, structures and ambient blocks, and I think it accomplished the goal. Anyway, thanks for watching and sayonara publica.